And we are live. Orange, say hi.
Hey. Howdy. Howdy, Glass Gang.
Sorry for the less formal introduction this time. We basically just went live and had a little mishap. For whatever reason, couldn't see the chat. The chat wasn't working. So we wanted to make sure to have the chat open. So I had to restart the stream. I do apologize for that. We'll get into it here in a moment. Today we're taking a look at the Fallout 76 update patch notes that came out April 21st, 2026. Later in the stream, I'll also be testing two-shot explosive on the Elder's Mark at the Snake Boss to see if it has been changed, if it's been affected by today's patch. So you'll want to stay tuned for that.
Chaos and not an alien. Two Glass Gang legends.
Alright. Oh, what the heck's going on? Oh. How's everyone doing tonight? Sorry if you were in the earlier live stream that I had to shut down. We could not see the chat. We wanted to make sure that we could answer your questions, so I had to restart the stream. I couldn't let it go like that. Unfortunately, had to restart the program, but we're back in and ready to go. Tonight I'll be reading the patch notes, and later in the video I'll be testing two-shot against the Snake Boss. The TSC Elder's Mark had a very fast time on my streams this weekend of 45 seconds. Something like that, either 45 or 46, I can't remember, but it was well under a minute, so it was in the 40s. Completely solo. So we'll be testing that here in a moment. Fallout 76 update notes, April 21st, 2026. Hey Vault Dwellers, today we're releasing an update that brings improvements to your Appalachia experience. Update version 1.7.24.12 and sizes. Check the download sizes for today's update. So PC was an 8.3 gigabyte patch. PC Microsoft Store is always bigger. It's a 21.7 gigabyte. Xbox was 25.4 and PlayStation was 23. Activities and public events increase the chances of legendary enemies spawning in disguised or distinguished guests. Tracked quest objective event timers should now count down correctly. I think what they mean by this is the bounty hunts. Have you ever done a bounty headhunt where the timer breaks and it just keeps going and the bounty's dead? And it keeps going until it runs out? That's what I think they fixed. Hopefully that's what they fixed. We'll see. We'll do some bounties and see. Quick shout out to RUV Chaos, Not a Alien, Ted Turn 7, Bernadine, Filthy One, GG Glass Gang. Thank you so much for showing up and showing love. Fixed an issue with activity battle bots, where the activity will remain active if player never engage with it. Colossal problem. The casual Under Armour style can now be earned upon event completion. I also left a link to this if you want to read this yourself some more later, or if you want to read at the same time, check it out. It's in the description. Grunt hunts. Fixed an issue that could cause grunt hunts to fail to start for some players. Powering up. Doors locked by terminals at the power plants have been unlocked. Well, that'll be interesting. That'll be a lot easier for players to do powering up power plants. Feed the People. The amount of legendary enemies in Feed the People have been adjusted to follow similar amounts of other events. The amount of legendary enemies. That could mean an increase in legendary enemies, potentially making that event worth it. I know a lot of people don't do it. I like that one though. You gotta dress up the tables. Armor and clothing. Legion, Legate Helmet no longer clips into the neck of the player. Liberty Prime pieces no longer display in the Inspect menu while the Patriot Prime Power Armor skin is applied. Hey J-Swim. Change the name of Abraxodine overalls to Abraxodine coveralls. Kingshots 89, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Everyone who received a membership, you now have access to Glass Gang only content for the next 30 days. Thank you so much, Kingshots. The Deathclaw skin outfit no longer counts as Mothman Cultist disguise. NCR Trooper outfit no longer increases the weight of the player when wearing armor or Under Armour. NCR Trooper outfit shoulder pads on male characters no longer clip. Nuka-Cola collectors Power Armor no longer has Dark Void when equipped. I'll be right back, gang. I have to shut my window. Didn't realize it was open behind me. Vault Suit Under Armour style plan is now worth 200 gold bullion. Reduced amount of screen space occupied by the Lady Liberty Prime Power Armor when certain heavy weapons are equipped. Oh, that's nice. I know this was...
That's such... Yeah, this is a huge problem. It's so nice that they fixed that.
Yeah, that is something I noticed with that skin. Like, it just... Especially in first person, all you see is the Power Armor arms. Like, it takes up all the screen. Okay, neat. Address an issue with the Rust Raider light medium heavy outfits where they weighed more than intended. Fix an issue where the Lady Liberty Prime paint had an unintended opening. That's interesting. Reduce the condition damage dealt to armor and power armor when the player deals self-damage. Same reduction as for health damage. That's great news, because I know that...
Yeah.
Yeah,
I constantly blew myself up with, like armor broke so easy.
Right? Especially, like, if you're using any heavy gun or any weapon, really, with explosive bullets or explosive damage, it just blows your armor limbs clean off. Whiskey Tom, Andres, GG, welcome to the stream. Address issues where armor condition would degrade based on health damage taken rather than the health damage the armor piece prevented. This improves cases where armor penetration affects or enemies simply dealing high damage relative to armor resistances, where armor isn't helping as much to mitigate that damage. Would result in unexpectedly high armor condition damage. That's likely what was blowing off your armor. Conversely, cases where player armor is mitigating more of the incoming damage will mean more of that incoming damage is converted to armor condition damage. This effectively means that the majority of the condition damage dealt to armor now occurs when the armor is actually mitigating incoming damage. Well, that's good. That means it only degrades like when you're actually taking damage. That's what we want. That's good.
I like it. I
Those
like
are all
it.
good fixes. Fixed a case where percentage reductions to damage could apply to power armor condition damage. Fixed a case where armor condition damage from multi-projectile attacks, shotguns, etc. were handled differently between power armor and regular armor. Probably another buff that power armor users had, to be honest. You guys always get the good stuff. Addressed some cases where certain armor sets would take condition damage unexpectedly fast relative to other armor. Fixed a case where increasing player max health wasn't resulting in proportionally hardier limbs. Dev note, this is player only. NPCs already had the intended behavior. Also, this is unrelated to armor condition damage. Reduce the amount of condition damage taken for all players. Armor should generally last much longer before breaking. That's good, because that's something I noticed this past season. Armor, we've just been flying through repair kits. We're repairing armor all the time. Luckily, we get a good amount of them through the raids, but it is.
And it's worth noting that it was not new player friendly at all.
Yeah, no.
Like, new players would always, I mean, that was one of the complaints that I would hear from people when they would like play the game, even as like on like a new character. It's just stuff breaking all the time, and they don't have a mountain of, you know, repair kits to just
resources
quickly move on
to workbench repair. You're just always having to chase down. Yeah, no, it wasn't a good thing for new players.
Kept taking too much time away from the game, so I'm glad to see that they're doing a lot of adjustments.
Audio. Added sound effects to the Raven perch. Added sound effects to Caged Owl. I have the Caged Owl. Neat. It's never had a sound before, so that'll be interesting. Camp workshop and shelters. There's a lot here by the looks of it. Sorry about that. Fixed an issue where players were questioning who possessed the Raider Punk's radio. Added '(S) to the name in the build menu. Collectron terminals now work properly in public workshops. Fixed an issue preventing players from building allies or pets in their camp. Fixed an issue with the destroyed state of the diner letters. Jack-o'-lantern backpack flare fixed a display issue when placed in a display case. Fixed an issue where players who earned the blue Nuka-Cola billboard couldn't place it. Axolotl plushie names have been updated to be more consistent. Fixed visibility of the armoire stash box in the workshop menu. The Starlight Drive-In marquee snaps properly with floors and foundations. Fixed an issue where some Nuka-Shine beer kegs were incorrectly displayed in the camp build menu. Cold Shoulder Pip-Boy paint now displays its frost effect when on the display stand. Oh, cool. Alright, I forgot it had that. The Raider Fermenter can no longer be crafted in shelters. Fusion and Plasma Core rechargers can no longer be built in shelters. Fashnat Captain masks now sit and display properly. Yeah, that one's a bummer. Camp items must be built from plans obtained from premium vendors. Camp items built from plans obtained from premium vendors will now show the Atomic Shop icon in the workshop menu. Fix an issue where the mystery magazine box was not lootable from the evidence collection assistant Collectron. Fixed build limit being shared between the crashed cargo bot and Ripdarring survival cache. That was a big one. I saw a lot of people commenting on that they disliked that it shared that same build limit. You could only build like one or the other. And they provide different resources, so that's good to see. The Burning Springs weather machine no longer shows missing visual effects and displays correctly. Blueprints belonging to older accounts previously reported as being unplaceable due to missing plans should now be accessible. Updated the names Vault-Tec Bed 1, Vault-Tec Bed 2 to Simple Bed and Simple Made Bed. Oh, neat. Big Play Ray Ray with the 10 gifted memberships. GG, thank you so much. Everyone who received a membership, you now have access to GLASSGANG member only content for the next 30 days. You'll also want to check out our Discord link in the description. Thank you so much, Ray Ray. Fixed an issue where water purifiers were listed in the metal doors category of the workshop menu. Rabbit plushie workshop icon realigned in the workshop menu. Galaxy map workshop icon enlarged in the workshop menu. Improve the animation of fish inside the fish tank camp display. Oh, neat. We'll have to check that out.
It's really neat.
Oh, really? Do they look like they were caught in 4K?
Like their fins actually are like moving as if they're swimming.
Oh, nice. Challenges. Fixed a bug preventing the Abraxadine HQ sign from being craftable after completing the relevant challenge. Fixed localization character shown for the special words in non-English. Gameplay. Addressed an issue where bleed damage over time for the Talon's mutation would affect bleed immune targets. Oh, well, we didn't know that was OP. Well, it wasn't OP, but it was doing damage to enemies that should have been immune to it. Fixed possible soft lock.
Making robots bleed.
Oh, are you serious? Yeah, that makes sense. Like how they're immune to certain types of damage. Fixed possible soft lock if canceling joining a world while attempting to join a teammate. Fixed players getting stuck inside of tires near the bridge between the Super Duper Mart and the Shade Hill Church locations. That actually sounds really funny, like just full on being stuck in a tube of tires. That's a funny glitch.
Just laughing at the pain of everybody.
Fixed incorrect damage assignments on NPC, Wardrum, Meat Hook, and Cryolator. Scrap kits will now ignore locked items. Updated the critical death goo effect of prototype XB03. I'm guessing that's like the specialized visual effects for getting a kill, like similar to how when you kill something with a gap plas it turns into a green goo. There's most likely going to be something visual with that where when you kill an enemy with this weapon, it can turn them into like a red goo. Because it does shoot like a pinkish red flame. So. Fix an issue preventing some players from receiving rare rewards from daily ops. SentryBot helmet now uses military circuit board as parts of its recipe. SentryBot helmet. They're talking about the Assaultron head? Is that what they mean? SentryBot helmet.
SentryBot's the one with the 4 legs.
Why would you build a SentryBot helmet? Oh, is it just like a power armor piece or something, or?
No, it's like a just a cosmetic.
Oh, got you. Like apparel. Janky fish rod animates properly when reeling in fish. The janky fishing rod. Fixed an issue where scrapping a Thrill Seeker's mod box resulted in fewer modules than intended. Everyone got scammed. Podbelly Kelt. Fixed an issue using the incorrect texture. Armored Spinefish. Fixed an issue using the incorrect texture. Fixed an issue where the XB55 SentryBot in the Over and Out quest had higher resistances than intended. XB55 will now scale down to lower levels when encountered by lower players. Increase the XP rewards when killing XB55. Explosions now retain more of their damage when not directly hitting a target. This is something. So I'm guessing they mean area explosive damage around the projectile where it impacted, like a bullet that explodes or a direct missile attack. This would be the area around that explosive where that hit. Explosions from multi-projectile attacks like the Gauss shotgun 2-shot, explosive legendary mods, etc. should now retain more of their damage when facing enemies with high resistances. And that's a great change, because this is why you don't see a lot of like bullets explode type of builds on the channel where I use bullets explode as the second star mod. I rarely use it, and it's because of this, because the bosses have notoriously high resistances to that, and it's just not as effective. This will hopefully change that. Bonuses to explosion damage, demolition expert, bobblehead, explosive, etc. are no longer skipped for self-damage. Did you want to add anything here in this explosive damage part?
The multi-projectile one,
Yeah.
or? Yeah. So after testing it like a fair bit today, because I've been probably testing it for like 3 hours, specifically on the pepper shaker. Overall, it's like a massive improvement. So, you know, obviously with the 2-shot explosive meta that we had, shotguns didn't really benefit from that. They had a different calculation that was happening that's always made it where explosives have not been great. They changed it to where the damage on them is actually noticeable. Like before, when I was firing at the snake, even on crits, my explosives would only do like 1 damage. Like the explosive itself would be 1 damage to the snake. And that's the game actually was like rounding up to 1. So really bad. But now on every single one of my projectiles, it's like 10 or 11 on like the explosion when I'm fighting the snake. I gotta keep in mind there's 8 projectiles, so it's roughly increasing the damage by around 80 every time, like every shot. And they made it where it seems that criticals, because they changed this calculation, it seems that criticals also are having a larger impact on the explosives as well, which is a good and a bad thing. It's cool because you do more damage with the explosions, but also it's a bad thing because it does more damage to you. Even with them reducing damage, it may not be enough, but I just have to keep playing around, see if it is like good. It does shift things up a little bit as far as like the pepper shaker build. After a couple hours of testing, I can tell you that the explosives actually feel stronger on the pepper shaker. So as explosive is kind of like shifted out of the meta for some weapons, it feels like the pepper shaker is now like, I want this. So it is impactful. I haven't tested it on other multi-projectile weapons, but I just know from what I've been using with the pepper shaker, it's quite noticeable.
Are you using 2-shot or still quad?
Still just quad. There's no point. 2-shot only adds 1 extra projectile.
Right.
Doesn't really...
And you're already firing 8 projectiles.
Yeah. So it and my times, even though I wasn't even like super into it, it makes the build a lot easier to use too. It's like before, to get like around a 40-second time with the pepper shaker, I'd recommend like crippling or whatever. Now with the explosive, you'll get a faster time than the crippling without even crippling the snake. That's how impactful like the explosive change is. It's no longer like, I would say like a strat that you'd even have to do solo to cripple the snake first and then kill it. Like, you would just start hammering the snake right away.
Neat. We'll have to deep dive that more this week in some build guide videos where we feature it. I have a feeling we should definitely touch on it and check it out. Maybe do a side-by-side comparison with non-explosive Pepper Shaker. Kentucky Ranger says, a 20 gig patch and now I'm addicted and mutated to nothing. My stat bar is a light show. Oh no, that happens sometimes when we get updates. They mess up other things. And honestly, I have noticed that happening on PTS. So that's interesting. That's something that is happening on PTS. They didn't mention this, but they've fully patched placing bases on points of interest. I did actually see that in here. They did mention that, but they only specifically mention it for being able to place camps at the Starlight Drive-In. You can't place camps anymore at the Starlight Drive-In. Pip-Boy. The tin of caps now has a proper preview model in the Pip-Boy. Center Masochist now properly displays its effect in the Pip-Boy. That'll be nice. We'll see what kind of damage we're doing to the torso. Jack-o'-lantern backpack flare now correctly displays in the Pip-Boy preview. The minor musings, am I saying that right? Musings? I have no idea. Note has a proper preview model in the Pip-Boy. The Vault Boy correctly updates the armor visuals when equipping and unequipping inventory items. Long radio station names will have their text auto-resized to fit. Restored D-pad scrolling to the effects and perks tabs under stat in Pip-Boy. The 3D model in the inventory page of the Pip-Boy will refresh when changing view models of the menu. Plans inside the recipe book display button hints as expected. Fixed an issue that Pip-Boy lists did not use audio feedback of selection change. Serum effect text in the Pip-Boy does not display the +1 value. The item stat card in Pip-Boy inventory will be visible after changing off of an empty tab. Fixed PlayStation controller button for Pip-Boy view and exiting to map. Yay! A PlayStation fix! Awesome! We definitely need a lot more of those. That's a really good thing. Because I got on PlayStation last night and crashed like immediately again. So, yay. PlayStation specific fix. Glowing one now shows in the perk tab, shows how much glow it grants to other ghouls. Weapons. Fix an issue preventing the Ribdaring and Peeper's paints from working with some cremators. Dom Pedro Align Grips now has aligned properties. That's always nice. We definitely need that, because if they weren't working, I mean, people were using those mods for sure. Same thing with Dom Pedro Stabilized Grips. They now have the stabilized properties, and True Grips now has true properties. So, looks like the grips just weren't working. Fancy single action revolver and fancy pump action. Got some base changes. It looks like increased the weight by 10%, decreased durability. Oh, that's not good. A larger cone of fire, increased AP cost by 10%. Sneaking results in smaller cone of fire, 25% faster reload speed, and 10% faster rate of fire. Fix an issue where certain damage bonuses would be much stronger than intended. This is the big one here. This, I believe they're talking about two-shot. We're gonna have to check that in game. I'm gonna get in game after I finish reading this, and we're almost done, where I'll be able to test two-shot explosive on my Elder's Mark. I tested it all weekend, and I was setting always sub-minute times with it, and it was faster than my quad most of the time. So, and it definitely shouldn't be. And we'll see if it still is, and if it's not, then we know. What do you think, Orange?
It probably won't be.
We're gonna test it on the snake boss, so you'll want to stick around for that. Do you think they mean two-shot? Because it just says fixed an issue where certain damage bonuses would be much stronger than intended. And it's not in the legendary mods category, but it's right above it.
Yeah, they're probably talking about the interaction between the two-shot and explosive. Probably primarily targeting inherently explosive weapons like the mortar.
Oh, got you. Okay. Well, I'm going to see if my two-shot Elder's Mark is still as strong anyways. Legendary mods. Fierce now costs the same as other 2-star legendary mods. Fix an issue where locked mods could be applied at workbenches without being consumed. UI added hyphens to correct power armor names in the descriptions. Fixed visual rounding errors when showing the change in the stats for certain weapon mods. Whoa, sorry, I was muted. Stealth indicator will now show when using VATS while crouched. Repositioned enemy damage icons to the right of their health bar to avoid overlapping enemy resistances values in VATS. Headhunt target health bar no longer displays when the map is open. Updated description of Winterland power armor with correct types of power armor skins can be applied. Let me reread this. Updated description of Winterland power armor with correct types of power armor. This skin can be applied. Not sure what they mean. Specific power armors can apply this skin, I guess. Prompt to unequip the legendary perk card has been removed. Lucid is now shown as a prefix. That was something that was going on, yeah. Where you would put Lucid on something and it wouldn't say Lucid, it would just say like, it would just start with Brotherhood of Steel. All map elements, location, icons, and text are now hidden in the menu when the menu is expanded. Fixed an issue where the gold bullion version of the antique speed bag and weight bench were showing as atomic shop objects. Player effects now refresh properly on the heads-up display. Fixed issues where enter text would appear while singing or signing in on consoles. Type prompt no longer appears on screen during the character creation wake-up animation, and the button bars behave as expected. Archaic tag is now visible when inspecting items. Fix an issue where the quantity slider can stop responding to thumbstick inputs. Quick inventory menus show all items in inventory as expected. Blue Moon fixed up some differences between the VO and subtitles for conversations between Ares and Carver. Insurrection fixed an issue where team members could progress optional objectives for the team leader. Insurrection fixed an issue where some players were unable to progress past the TOC to the Lone Shark objective. Miscellaneous. Destroying the cleaned industrial fan now sounds like it was made of metal instead of wood. More immersion. Made various corrections to text across the game. Fix for flashing white screen when closing the Pip-Boy for the show on map behavior. Fix an issue that sometimes caused the defaults button to disappear in the settings menu. Fix the lighting in the Overseer's home. Oh, finally, she has good lighting. Oh, good. She was out of power a few times when I went there. Glad that they fixed her power issue. Fix an incorrect art issue with treasurer and rigged player titles. Fixed an issue where world geometry assets could appear to be missing after multiple fast travels. Weightlifting junk items now have the updated names. Prevented Fashnot porcelain stains from being auto-scrapped. A checkbox has been added for all accounts to opt in to receive marketing emails. Added help entry for camp titles. Known issues: missing voiceover for French. Due to production difficulties, voiceover support for Burning Springs update is not available in French. Ben voyons, pourquoi? Why? For the best experience, we recommend enabling subtitles in-game. We look forward to bringing back French voiceover as soon as possible, and we appreciate your understanding. Hire me an orange cowboy. We'll do that. We'll do it. I'll teach him French, Bethesda, and we'll do it. He'll voice every cowboy, and I'll voice every cat. How's that?
A French cowboy.
Yeah, right here. This is what I meant earlier. Camps can no longer be built in proximity of the Starlight Drive-In. So this is something that... it just means that most likely you won't be able to build in or near points of interest. They're like, we can't hire French people. We're sorry, there's no French people. Alright. Fallout first subs must be down. Let's get in game and check this out. Smash the like button and hit subscribe if you're new. I live stream and upload Fallout 76 content weekly. GG Ray Ray! Thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. I just noticed. Thank you so much. Everyone who received a membership, you now have access to GLASSGANG only content for the next 30 days. You'll want to check out our Discord link in the description if you're trying to find a community to play with. We have a very active Discord with members on every platform. Now I'm gonna get in-game and test my 2-shot explosive Elder's Mark against the snake boss to see if 2-shot has been affected by all these changes. They were kind of vague about the damage and explosive changes, but we'll see. I was averaging around 45 seconds with the Elder's Mark with 2-shot explosive. It was always a sub-minute, well under a minute. What do you think, Orange? Wait, what are you placing your bets on?
I'm placing on that it's gonna do probably a minute plus. I think its damage is gonna be vastly different. I think it'll do just fine because it's the Elder's Mark at the end of the day, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna be anywhere near what it was.
Alright, we're in game. And I'm rocking a new build. It's my bloodied build. On the channel, I've updated it. But the build guide isn't out yet, but it will be out this week. You'll want to check it out. I used it on stream to get these 40-second times with the Elder's Mark with TSC at the Snake solo with unyielding armor, allowing me to get all the XP I wanted over double XP weekend, and I kept hitting 300,000 XP on the Snake with this build. And it's coming out this week. It's going to be lots of fun. You'll want to check it out. Make sure you hit like and subscribe so that you have it recommended to you when it's out. Even if 2-shot is patched, I do have a backup because this one was setting similar times. It was very close. It's always around a minute. The quad. And who knows, with the changes to explosive, I might end up switching out to the explosive mod on this quad too. I'm gonna go in here and make sure I've got the right build equipped, and then we'll get going. Yes, I have it equipped. Good, good. I have an addiction though. There we go. Do we have blight soup? We do have blight soup. We're good to go. Look at that. Blight soup and overdrive are like the minimum buffs I recommend doing. So we do have blight soup and overdrive. We're good to go. Just to make it a fair comparison to how I was playing this weekend. Let's grab spray and pray. This is my 2-shot explosive Elder's Mark. I was getting well under a sub-minute time with this weapon over the weekend, so we're going to test and see, because changes were made today to the explosive bullets, effect, and 2-shot potentially. They were pretty vague about the damage mods that they played with. We'll see if 2-shot is still 2-shotting. You're watching the stream, Orange?
Sure am.
Okay, you'll be able to see the damage numbers then too. I want to hear your thoughts. You've been kind of quiet, and it's okay. I've been talking a lot, but I want to make sure that you get your word in too on stuff.
I'm at the same time you're like going through like the PTS and stuff. I'm like testing the stress testing explosive on the shaker, and I'm just learning stuff.
So I'll drop these stims. We don't want those. Just stim pack supers. Right, Kentucky Ranger? Spray and pray's back. I loved that weapon when I played Fallout 4. It's my favorite gun. It's my go-to gun. I traded everything in the wasteland for ammo for that weapon. That's what I did. Everything I looted went towards buying ammo for it.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
It's the way of the wasteland. The thing will absolutely carry you. So yeah, I felt it was appropriate for this one. Especially being 2-shot because it sprays.
Can't wait to see this performance to see just how different things have turned out for two-shot and explosive.
Do you think it'll be... You said around a minute, minute and a half? I think I heard you say.
I think it's gonna be... I'm gonna lock in at north of a minute. A little north.
I need to get strengthened armor limbs for my Brotherhood of Recon armor.
I think that's just gold bullion.
Yeah, it is. I have to complete the main story on this character. It's my PC character. Alright, Blight Soup, Company T, Overdrive. Same thing as this weekend. This build with this weapon. Set sub-minute times between 45 seconds and 50 seconds on the snake boss. So we're about to do a snake boss and find out. Did two-shot get nerfed? I have no idea. It's the first time I run this since the update. I didn't have time to check today. I made a video. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not crippling anywhere near as fast. It was crippling before he did his screech effect before.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be well over a minute.
Yeah, it's a lot slower. We're already over a minute. And he's just a little under a half. Oh no! He pushed me in the lava. I was too close to the edge that opened up. Shoot. But we know, I can already tell with that time, like it would have been dead already. This weekend, this thing had no trouble getting sub-minute times. We're gonna try quad then. Because that was, yeah, it's not impossible. It can still do it, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be between a minute 30 and... We'll try to get the kill this time. I'll try again with two-shot. We need to give it a good go here.
It was the pace that it was at, looked like it was actually gonna be like
2 minutes.
If you're, yeah, I was like, if you're lucky, 2 minutes. Like, if, you know, everything goes good.
Yeah. That's not good. That cripple is happening a lot slower, too. That's one thing I noticed right away. This weekend, it was crippling before the screech attack. It was crippling so fast. Within the first reload. Now, that's not gonna happen. I didn't even get it before the first melee. And it actually killed me. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, let's try quad. This just ain't it. Well, hang on a sec.
It is cool for me to see that interaction because the opposite thing is happening for the pepper shaker. The damage is much higher on like explosives when I'm using the pepper.
Correct. Someone says not nerfed but fixed. That's right. It is fixed. Something I mentioned when this started going around that it was OP was to not lean on it. Have a backup plan. Expect it to be nerfed. and fixed.
Always expect a buff for the shaker.
Alright. Going with the quad because this is my personal favorite for 1 minute times. Hopefully it's unaffected by all these changes. It doesn't have explosive and it doesn't have 2-shot. So it shouldn't need it. Anyways, we're gonna try and see what happens. Let me see if I have Class Freak. I do. Okay, I wanted to make sure I didn't have like negative effects against me. I have an addiction though. Why? I just took the addiction thingy. There's nothing there. There's no addiction. Oh wait, someone was mentioning this was happening to them earlier in the chat. Must be a visual bug. Even the quad is crippling a little slow, but I think we'll still be better off than the 2-shot because we weren't hit with that reload, so we were able to get the cripple still before he does his headbutt thingy. Damn, he's attacking a lot! 1 minute 20. Definitely a lot faster than 2-shot. It's around the same times. I was a little sloppy and I feel like the snake was just coming at me harder than usual. He was attacking me a lot. We are in private world. There tends to be more lag like in public worlds, and yeah, I don't know, making excuses at this point, but it definitely felt like he was attacking a lot.
And I've been hearing people, at least people have been asking me if crippling in general got nerfed. Because I think everyone's experiencing things are harder to cripple, like the snake. Unsure.
Well, yeah, that was interesting. We'll do another snake run. 2-shot is already dead.
If only there was someone telling us not to do it.
Yeah, you really set yourself up for failure when you like just lean on something like that. You want to make sure that you can have fun with it, you can enjoy it, but don't have it be your main build when something is identified like that it's not working. And that's what this is for. I wanted this Elder's Mark to stay this way because for me this is working better. Now what I can do is actually do the Profopter and maybe throw Rapid or Vital on this thing if I wanted to, but personally I just really like having VATS optimized on it. It lands a lot of shots and to me feels better with that crit return from conductors, getting my HP and AP returned. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy, but it feels like it's landing more shots. It does have higher VATS accuracy too. Yep, 2-shot's been fixed. Confirmed. In 4K. I'm sorry, gang. Toddith, give it. Toddith, take it away.
I'll say, and it looks like for things like the Elder's Mark, there's always something else for it, to do. It's just fine. Like, you can pivot easily. For those poor people who were like making the mortar their whole identity and getting used to the mortar like critting for well over 20,000, and then fast forward to this update where it drops down to like 2,500.
The nice thing is all the people that were saying that I should be running the build with 2-shot in the comments section when I updated my Elder's Mark build guide at the start of the season when 2-shot was identified to be bugged and doing more damage. I was right. I told them that's going to expire like milk. I don't want that to happen to my build guide. I want it to still work for people. I want people to put the time and effort into something they can guarantee will work. This is that build guide. This is that quad. It's unaffected by all these changes today. We're still getting the same times on it. I would say it's a little bit slower, possibly because of the fix to cursed weapons in general, but it's at a minute 20, and I'm not fully buffed. I'm not a ghoul. If I was a ghoul using glowing criticals, faulty spots, and like every buff you can squeeze in, like bobbleheads, magazines, Big Susan, then we would have most likely a sub-minute kill with the Elder's Mark set up like this. So yeah, 2-shot's dead, sadly. We had our fun with it though. It was nice to see it make a brief resurgence, because 2-shot used to be the meta a long time ago. But that's it, Got the backup.
It's cool though.
It's gonna work for me. It's gonna work for everyone that followed the
Did you feel like on
guide.
the quad? Did you feel like on the quad your time to cripple was slower too?
Time to cripple felt slower, but because I had quad, I had plenty of ammo to get that cripple. This time I'm gonna try pre-stacking Bullet Storm.
Oh, you didn't have it pre-stacked? Okay, that could probably be it. I was just curious to see if you feel like it's harder to cripple the snake this update than previous.
Yeah, it was definitely harder to cripple, but like I said, no reload, no problem. Because that was definitely hurting the 2-shot. I had to reload in the middle of trying to cripple it, and then it would always land its headbutt on me as I'm reloading. And then I had nothing doing sustained health regen, like getting crits on the snake. Big Play Ray Ray with 20 gifted memberships. GG! Thank you so much. Everyone who received a membership, you now have access to GLASSGANG only content and members first content for the next 30 days. Thank you so much, Ray Ray. So we're gonna do another snake run here. I almost feel like going to public because the snake was attacking me so much. And I feel like when that happens, it's really just because I'm in private world. It doesn't attack that often in public world. Maybe it's just me. I'm also not seeing a second cripple, which was happening all weekend. I would get 2, sometimes 3 cripples. So yeah, the damage is definitely down-tuned on the Elder's Mark here because Scattershot isn't being as meaningful as it was.
Another thing that just occurred to me, what it could be that could cause people to feel like if people were messaging me if they were using the Elder's Mark and things have been slower, I wonder if they did something that changed the cursed effect. Wonder.
Someone did mention that in the chat, but I didn't read that. We didn't read that in the patch notes, but they definitely could have. They could have seen it somewhere else. Maybe it was data mined or something. The cursed property, here it is. The cursed property was also broken. It should add bonus damage, but it multiplied it. So it looks like the cursed damage might have been multiplying when it should be additive.
Yeah. If that was the case, because I genuinely don't know about that. I don't know the Elder's Mark like that, but if that was the case, then yeah. That would make sense why so many people would think it's slower to cripple the snake. Because I'm like using, like my usual pepper, and I'm like, I feel like it's the same. But if they had to adjust the curse, then
Pepper
that would
Shaker
make sense.
unaffected. Pepper Shaker meta again.
And it got simpler. Like I said, I didn't even go for a cripple on the snake with the explosive, and it got a faster time than the crippling version did, which is wild.
That is. Gonna get my loot goblin in here. Trying to level up this other character so that I can have a good swap character that's a ghoul. So that I don't have to keep paying Bethesda to swap back and forth. Just to update build guides. Oh, I misspelled using. Whoops, my bad, gang. You guys still got it, though. That's my Frenchie coming out. Pardon my français.
I guess that's true when they... if they... Because that is pretty vague, but I guess if they were being vague on purpose. I wish they would be specific.
I know,
and
like,
say,
they said...
these are the effects that were...
Like what they said about adjusting the damage, like, modifiers that were doing too much damage. That's like a circle and a big problem. Like, there's a lot of problems that could fit in that circle. And I feel like they just... yeah, it just meant maybe two-shot and cursed.
Yeah, it's like they could have just said two-shot and cursed. Or, you know, like, something like that that would resonate with the player base. But they were like, nah, damage bonuses. And I'm like, well, when you put it like that...
Yeah, two-shot's definitely nerfed. I thought that was the TSC fix. I thought so too. Well, that's what I thought, but we couldn't confirm because they weren't like, they didn't straight up say two-shot legendary mod. They just said fixed damage bonuses, yeah.
Unintended damage bonuses.
Which could have meant anything. It could have meant specific things like the broadsider or something.
It could have meant bullet storm for all I knew.
Gonna make sure I don't have regular stim packs on me.
But I think it pretty much just seems like, I guess the other weapon to probably mess around with is what, the Gauss Mini. Let's see where that ended up.
Yeah, were people using that with two-shot?
Oh, absolutely they
were.
Yeah,
see, I didn't touch all that stuff because I just knew, you know. We know. We've been around the block long enough to know these things come and go. They expire like an open bag of Doritos. That's why I don't lean on it.
Yeah, it was something that people were definitely doing.
I'm going to do a couple more buffs here. I'm going to do Small Guns Bobble this time. And I should have something, some magazine. Here we go. Guns and Bullets 3. I remember who gave me these. King Shots 89. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. We'll do Cranberry Relish too for more XP. I still have an addiction though. Oh well, whatever. Oh wait. Oh wait. Do I have... No, I'm gonna get a full stack of Bulletstorm here first. Well, as far as I can go. And I died. I did that on purpose. I realized I need to get some ammo. So we're going to pre-stack Bullet Storm. You can do this by shooting the weapon. And you look at the counter at the bottom right of the screen. It stacks upwards. We're at 10 stacks right now. You lose half your Bullet Storm stacks when you reload. But we're at 6 right now. So we're just gonna try it. We have a full magazine and 6 stacks of Bullet Storm, so that puts us at 166 base damage, up from 109. And it's close, but yeah, still, again, getting the cripple before the melee headbutt strike. Something the the two-shot could no longer do. Whoa. Oh, I think I ran through all my AP that time because of quick hands. I went through 400 rounds without reloading. What is going on here? Oh, I have a broken limb. Do I not have... What the heck's going on? Okay, I botched this run. My armor broke on me, so... Still came in at a minute 30, but yeah, that's definitely slower. A lot slower. Not good. But I had to break my Vance, and I tried to fix my armor in the middle of it. So we'll do another one, because that was sloppy. Right now we're testing, Abraham. I'm glad you loved that video. I'm glad that I shared it, and it works as intended. It has to... I just have to update the bloodied version, so if you're not using the low health bloodied version, then no, you don't need to change anything about it. It'll still work the same. It's just the two-shot mod we identified on stream tonight doesn't work like it did, and it's something that, like I was asked a lot why I didn't make that build guide you're talking about with two-shot, because it was OP for like 2 months. But that's why, because it wasn't working properly and I knew they were going to fix it, so I didn't want to base an entire build guide that like 20,000 people might see and put their time and effort into just to have it nerfed. Everyone that's running that build is using this quad. And it's unaffected by this. By the nerfs today. So that's good. That's some positive, right?
The only thing that would have been hit, I guess, is the cursed, if that was one of the damage bonuses they were talking about, but we'll never know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing it might have been data mined by someone. I just didn't see the video because someone mentioned it. 2 people actually mentioned it, so that's why I believe the info, because multiple people said the same thing.
Might be a pepper shaker meta. Guess what? It's always been a pepper shaker meta.
Where's that meme?
The one where I sent you, where it was like, wait, the best weapon's the pepper shaker? Always has been.
Yeah, I have it somewhere. I can't find it, but yes, that one. The one with the 2 astronauts.
Yeah. Wait, it's all Ohio? Always has been. Yeah, I am actually super happy. Like, if you loved like the old Legacy feeling, the explosive pepper shaker is kind of reminding me of the Legacy days. Not like it's like overpowered or anything like that, but even like the area explosions will demolish like, you know, weaker enemies and stuff like that. So it just feels really nice.
It is, and the thing I love about my quad elders, Mark, is it's just like opening a faucet. It just keeps spraying. It just doesn't stop. You don't reload anywhere near as often. I got annoyed of that with the 2-shot. It was always reloading, and having to put the larger drum magazine on it meant that I had an even slower reload speed. That was just annoying, honestly. Like, yeah, it did more damage.
I never understood that too when I would before the 2-shot shenanigans happened. I remember a lot of people saying to use the weapon as Furious, but the amount of times that you reloaded just felt awful.
Yep.
But everyone swore by Furious, came to 2-shot when that happened, and now it's gone. And
it's the same thing
like
as the
that,
auto-axe glitch when people were using pounders and
like
stacking power armor, and they were saying you need to be doing this, but we were doing Bullet Storm because we knew it wouldn't get patched.
The thing that's hilarious, it's kind of like I don't know if you've ever seen Avengers, but like in Avengers Endgame, it has like Thanos sitting there going like, "You couldn't live with your failure. Where'd that bring you? Back to me."
Yeah. Like, I hate to say I told you so, but there's a reason I don't do build guides around stuff like that.
Yeah, it's awesome, and I'm a little. It's hard for me to know now with like this, since they were so vague with the multi-projectile explosions. I genuinely don't know if this is working intended or not. Right? Like, it's not so overpowered that I'm like, oh my gosh, there's no way this is correct. But at the same time, I'm like, I never know with Bethesda what they ever intended, because they don't communicate.
No, they don't communicate well, and they do vague patch notes like we saw today with fixed damage bonuses that were applied incorrectly, or some note like that. What they really meant is they nerfed 2-shot and they nerfed cursed weapons.
It's like, did you nerf cursed weapons? It's like, I don't know. Like, all this stuff is like, they leave so much up to interpretation. It's great. Yeah, and then, like, don't forget how vague the multi-explosive projectiles are. And the examples they gave weren't great examples. Like, if I'm going to give you an example, I would probably use, like, a combat shotgun or something. You know, some ballistic weapon, give you an example of a ballistic weapon, give you an example of an energy weapon. But the examples they gave us was Gauss shotgun and Gauss mini. The reason why those are terrible examples is because they're both inherently explosive weapons that are both ballistic energy, so their damage calculations are way different than the rest of the pack. So I'm like, right hand, I need you to meet left hand. I need you guys to...
I forgot to fix my armor. Shoot. Moments like this, I wish I was a ghoul, because then I wouldn't really care. It wouldn't matter if I'm getting staggered.
Yeah, I love being a ghoul. I know there's a lot of people who want to stay human, but I'm sorry. I'm just a wrinkly guy.
I'm in at 32. So I guess my minute 20 run was fast. That was a lot better of a run, but... yeah, that was a lot better. go to public world because, to be honest, it's just attacking me a lot. I feel like it's attacking way more than usual. Maybe I'm just paranoid, but we'll go to public. Let's see what happens. Try another one in public. But what's killing my DPS is my armor's been breaking and I get staggered and then it breaks my VATS.
Yeah, not much you can do about that. So this is, I don't know if I've shared this with you, but I have since completely stopped using aristocrats. So I love aristocrats, but the problem is the way the condition works on the armor, especially now with this update, the more your armor works, the more damage it does to itself. So all the damage that aristocrats is like reflecting, your armor is also destroying itself, which is really unfortunate because I was noticing how crazy fast my armor was destroying itself, and yeah, it's because the aristocrats was making it break faster. And I was like, okay, I need to swap off of this because that's kind of annoying. So I've moved away from aristocrats because it just kept breaking over and over again.
You're making me want to try the pepper shaker on my bloodied unyielding build. A bloodied explosive pepper shaker. I just don't know if it would have the DPS to keep me alive.
As long as the snake doesn't one-shot you, I'm pretty sure it's fine.
It hasn't been.
To be honest.
It hasn't been. As long as I remember to stand still. I have sentinels on this build. This build's been working great. Use it all weekend. The only time I die is when I walk off the platform, which is really sad. It happens a lot.
But I would definitely keep it quad for the pepper. Otherwise, 50 shots just ain't enough.
You think it's worth putting Furious on my elders or switch anything about it? Should I try the Profopter with Rapid?
The only thing I could think... that could be good as well. The other thing I was thinking about too is like, is crippling it that important? Or do we just go with just faster fire rate? And what I mean by that is, if you want to cripple faster, is there anything wrong with putting limb damage on the elders?
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Because you can try that. Because for the longest time before this update, I was running limb damage on my pepper shaker to get really fast, like fast times. Now I'm gonna just pivot to the explosive because it's just easier. And yeah, I think maybe try limb damage. I mean, DPS, faster fire rate would be more. I think it just depends on the time to cripple, right?
Yeah, well,
because obviously,
I think if we land more shots,
huge damage spikes.
We could get the cripples sooner. We're gonna up the DPS with Rapid by 25%. It could bring those times back down closer to a minute, because I'm at between 120 and 130. I'm not far off from where this build was sitting at previously. It was at like a minute 10, minute 15 if I was slow. This is not like super far off. I think a 25% up in fire rate would really change things. But we have to make sure we have the right VATS accuracy for this to work. Accuracy boost, 2 hours. There we go.
That's another thing that PA has that you guys, regular armor doesn't have access to. Like PA, their helmet has a VATS matrix overlay. Increases VAT hit chance just off a piece of armor.
Yep.
And regular armor doesn't have that either because can't ever be even.
It is harder to sustain VATS with Rapid, so we might have to use coffee at the start, like maybe a few, just to overcome.
Probably just one.
Just one. We'll try just one. I mean, I don't know if I even need it, but it's just Rapid is known for that.
I mean, I'm the kind of player that out of habit I'm taking consumables like that. Like, because it's no biggie if you're using one, right? You can easily just go back to your camp and replenish that, no problem.
Yeah, I would say one is easy enough to maintain if you have a coffee machine. Like per snake. Because you'll go do a snake, you can do 4 every time you visit your coffee machine, and by the time you've done 4 snakes, your coffee machine will have more. It'll have 4 more.
That's where I'm at. Like, I probably don't really need to do much there. Oh, I was gonna try out this axolotl display looking thing.
Big Play Ray Ray with the 20 gifted memberships. I just noticed. GG. Thank you so much. Everyone who received a membership, you now have access to Glass Gang only content for the next 30 days. You'll also see your name on the official Glass Gang roster. You should also join our Discord, link in description, if you want to find a community to play with. Thank you so much, Ray Ray. Alright, let's put Rapid on this thing. I'll just craft one. I have a feeling I'll need to craft one. So I'm crafting one ahead of time. Oh, I can't craft it. Oh no. I can craft Crippling though. Okay, nice. MsGLASS has a Rapid mod. I was gonna ask if you could come drop me one, then I remembered you're not on PC.
No. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Thankfully you can place more than one axolotl display. That's so nice.
Right. Yeah, I don't really care about that. I don't do fishing! I'm not that type of cat.
Well, you don't have to do fishing. I was like, you don't have to do fishing. I mean, you could just have axolotls. They're just cute.
Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong about that. Do I use the build that I showed in the video or something different? I do have a video on this build. It's the same build that you've been mentioning, the high health human Elder's Mark, but it's a low health version. So this is where you sacrifice 80% of your health for more damage. I'd be curious to see what this build is doing for times as a ghoul, Orange. You'll have to test out your Elder's Mark ghoul build and let me know. Maybe I'll test it out on stream this weekend. This is the bloodied version, and I'm going to be updating it. Because this one does need an update, but the high health human doesn't need an update. I totally agree. I hope that the LMG gets those mods. It currently is lacking in the mod department. Versatility goes way up with these new mods for the LMG. I covered a video today showing the new mods for the LMG and how good they make the LMG as a VATS weapon. You guys need to check that out. It's awesome. I'm saying it. It's going straight to the top of the list. Probably not the tippy top. It's definitely in our S tier category now, just because of the DPS I saw it do on PTS. It was neck and neck with the pepper shaker, so I have no problem putting it in S tier, especially with its ability to stay in VATS.
I'll say it wins out in that efficiency category for sure.
Yep.
I have to display all my axolotls for my fishing. Because why else did I do it?
Korean Rice Box, I'm only doing solos right now. Sorry, I just have to test. Howdy. Hey, Korean Rice Box. GG. Oh, what's this? You want to give me something? Oh, what is it? Surprise, surprise. For my eyes. Oh, Rapid Mod. Thank you. They're watching this stream. Okay, we got Chanel. Two. There we go. Thank you so much for that. That's right, I gotta put that on my gun. I haven't done that yet. Hopefully it doesn't cost 2,000 script. 450 script is what it's gonna cost me. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not modding this Elder's Mark again. Why did I do this to myself? I had only just 450 script orange. It was like, it will cost everything. Hopefully it doesn't make the build worse. Do you think it'll be worse, orange, or better? I think it...
Oh, I think it'll be... I think it'll be better. For sure.
Yeah, I think it'll be better too.
As long as you got that, that new machine. That for your eyes.
The active mod is a pain in the butt to get. I totally agree, but it's so worth it. You have nice and juicy AP density. You could run anything in VATS practically on that build. It's so good. It's so worth it. This one I can't remember. I think I am using new armor mods. Speaking of armor, I still haven't fixed my body armor. I need to do that. Before the next round. Sad to see two-shot being nerfed though. It was not looking good. We were a minute 30 in on a clean run orange. And I gave up. You know, I ran into the lava because I knew, like, it was a clean run. There's no way it'll be better than this. And he still had a third of his health bar left.
No, yikes.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Let's fix this armor. I still need to get like the standard non-legendary mods for Brotherhood of Steel Recon unlocked. So that's one thing I'll be working on stream this week. I'll be playing through the main quest just to get this done. Get these mods so I stop getting fractured limbs. For this to do EN06, I have to jump in power armor. I would recommend you jump in power armor unless you're familiar with the Assaultron head. Then if you do that, then yes, you absolutely could use this with just as good at EN06. But if you're going to take down the shield the old-fashioned way, then you have to be in power armor. So that's the only thing that depends. It depends how you're going to deal with the shield. Either way, you have to use a different weapon. You're either going to use a heavy gun to use bullet shield to proc a lot with a heavy gun and drop the shield fast, or you're going to use the Assaultron head. Okay, so I'm going to start by pre-stacking Bulletstorm. Maybe Orange can answer some questions in the chat while I do some of this stuff. The killing.
I would say probably any damage reduction effect instead of aristocrats, because damage reduction is gonna break quote unquote faster. But since they adjusted that in this update, it's gonna not break anywhere near as fast as Aristocrats was. So I would recommend just doing more like damage reduction. If you're a human, probably mutants. If you're a ghoul, I'd probably would just stick with Lucid. And then like, if you're, because like really, I don't really farm EN06 super hard anymore. I'm usually doing full raids with people. So like, I'm not super concerned about reflecting either, because we just stand on 4 different sides of the arena. He's not going to be looking at 3 of us, so that's how I usually drop the shield these days. I don't do any reflecting because I'm not farming him solo typically.
Oh shoot, I ran through all my AP with Rapid. But I didn't use coffee that time, so that's probably why. I should use 1 coffee. It would not have happened if I would have used 1 coffee. I was able to get through it that time, just fine. Oh no! Why did I die? Do I have stim packs? Interesting. Gonna pop some lunch boxes for XP and try this again. I might not have been standing still. It's really important. Sorry about that. It's really important to stand still with this armor set I'm using. It has sentinels on it, which only works when you're standing still to reduce the damage that you take while standing still. So I gotta remember that. We're gonna build Bulletstorm again real quick, and I won't forget to use coffee this time. I'll use 1 coffee. Because with Rapid, you definitely run through the AP. I mean, it can sometimes sit a whole magazine, but when Quick Hands procs like that, absolutely not. You're gonna go through all of your AP, so we're gonna take 1 coffee and go for it. I don't have Overdrive active either this time, so that's unfortunate, but... we're definitely gonna get the cripple sooner. Okay, it's crippled, but no animation. No crippled animation. That's not good. We have a visually bugged snake. Oh, it finally crippled. I think this is the 2nd cripple, actually. Because it would have been crippled when I got that plate to break the first one. 1:05. Perfect! A minute 5. Well, okay, it rolled over to a minute 6, but I definitely killed it at a minute 5. So now we know. The build is fine, but making a small adjustment did improve the time tremendously. One coffee, Orange. 1 minute 5.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep, that's what I figured. One coffee is all it needed.
We shaved 30 seconds. With
Easy peasy.
With rapid and one coffee. Let's go! Now I can't call it the no coffee, no problem build, though. That's a sad.
I mean, like, it's one coffee.
Yeah, it's not... it's not serious. It's not like we're spamming 25. Do you remember those days?
Yeah, it's one coffee. That, like, you can literally sustain that all on its own.
PTSD
and it's like
flashbacks.
one coffee in this hyper specific situation of I'm doing the snake.
Exactly. I'm really happy with that time. That's right where I was hoping it would be, and right when I got the kill, Orange, my Hunter's Mark broke. It was like, you get me for all the time you need, but nothing more. That's perfect.
I quit.
I quit, yeah. That's funny. It actually totally is on brand with my life, too. Like someone mentioned, coffee is a miracle worker for life in general. I cannot start my day without coffee. I can't have a conversation without coffee.
Which leads us to our sponsor.
Very awesome. 1 minute snake time is right where this build needs to be. So I'm very happy about that, because now I can for sure upload this build. I might change something about the 4-star mods though, because it doesn't actually need all this limit breaking. I only need 3 limit breaking. I'm over capped on luck, and basically I just threw the extra limit breaking to fill in the spots, but it doesn't need it. It's critting every other shot with just 3 limit breaking. So I could swap 2 pieces out for rangers or tankies to make it more tanky when I'm standing still, which is what the original theory of this build was when I first introduced this Bloodied Elder's Mark build on the channel. It had 3 limit breaking and 2 tankies. I just don't have 2 tankies mods to throw on it, so I'll try to trade with some people in the Discord and get it. Oh, I have 3! Perfect! Look at that. I'll be ready to upload this build this week. Just want to make sure I had all the right cards. Yeah, I did. Very nice. I think I want to try one more thing, Orange. I want to try the pepper shaker.
Explosive.
If the quad explosive pepper shaker is like on top right now, like you say it is, I'm so down for a quad explosive pepper shaker meta. The reason being, it is so fun to use with bullets explode because it fires 8 projectiles. It just sends a wall of bullets explode to stuff. And it's like you mentioned earlier, back in Legacy days, the pepper shaker, the BE 2-star pepper shaker was my first Legacy, and it was awesome. It sucked. It actually was underpowered, but I still like enjoyed it. It was fun. It is a 2-star, but for me it was fun. I built a whole build around it. It was the first time I went bloodied. It made me go bloodied because I got my hands on this rare item that you couldn't get anymore, and it was bloodied. And back then you couldn't change mods on legendary stuff, so you had to run what you brung. So I put a build together, a bloodied build together, and I stayed bloodied for like 600 levels with that thing. So I do miss it because it was bloodied and bullets explode, and it was so much fun. Shoot, I don't have explosive. I don't have the freaking script for this, Orange. I can't. I won't be able to do it. Shoot.
Dang.
I just realized that I don't have one. I don't have one already crafted, and I don't have the script. Let me check. Maybe I can go get 500 script and maybe it'll cost less. Who knows? I'm gonna go to the script machine before I give up. Oh yeah, BE laser was another good one. That one was actually powerful. That one was really good. That and the QE lasers, those things were fun too. Alright. I won't scrap this one because I could use it. I could probably put quad on it and try quad with bullets explode. So I'll keep that Elder's Mark. But let's scrap some of this stuff that I don't need so that I can try. Okay. I got some script.
As long as you haven't modded that pepper shaker a whole lot, your cost should be not too high.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Alright. I have another pepper shaker backup. Just in case that one is too high. Do we not have explosive? I need to craft explosive. Maybe MsGLASS has explosive. That's why I bring her in. That's why she double loots for me, because I'm always here testing stuff in and out on live stream for you guys, and like it just runs me dry on mods. But it's okay. I have fun doing it, and someone has to do it. Oh yeah. I need explosive bobblehead. I feel like having mods that require bobbleheads to craft them is so tragic. It puts specific mods at a way higher cost. Okay, let's swap in MsGLASS and see what's going on if she has explosive bobble. New petition to Todd, delete the escalating script cost. Yes, absolutely. That's the worst thing, because you can't keep an armor set. You can't. They change the game so often. They change and update the game so often that you end up rebuilding your entire armor set like 2-3 times a year. And then it's impossible to update it anymore because you have like all these parts that have tons of script price hikes to them because you've modded them so many times just to keep up with the changes. It's ridiculous. Honestly, it needs to stop. On my way to give you stuff. GG! Thank you so much, Korean Rice Box. You guys are so helpful and supportive. Howdy. Yeah, we're gonna try the pepper shaker. On the bloodied build, I'm not sure how it's gonna do. I feel like this build really needs the high fire rate to sustain good HP return with conductors, like through the poison blast, for example, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll be great. If I'm gonna run the pepper shaker though, I need to swap builds, and I don't want to destroy this build. So I'll just swap. We'll try this one here. Howdy. Oh, did you drop something? Oh, my bad. Thank you so much for the mods. GG. Thank you, Korean Rice Box. Todd needs to give us, Todd needs us to give him more money. Toddeth, God Toddeth, demands a sacrifice. Give him your lunch money. For Adams. Oof. Okay, no wait. I think this is only costing 70. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah. We can do that. Alright, we got it. Good to go. What's this? Oh, perfect. Thank you. The meta rolls. Thank you. Good to stash that. I'll need that for another day for sure. Let's see if anything needs to change on this here. Tightly wound is okay to have. Traveling pharmacy, easy target. Do I need traveling pharmacy on this build? Let's see what the power armor... Oh wait, I'm not in power armor. Okay. Yeah, we do need traveling pharmacy. This is a sentinel build. So we need traveling pharmacy and true hiker. Better criticals. Class freak. We could drop Grim Reapers for quick hands. 2-star quick hands. We have 1 gun army. Better criticals. For leaf clover class freak. I have all the stack modifiers. Looks like I do. +3, +3, +5. We don't need that 1-star gun foop, so instead I'm going to put pack and light for increased AP regen. We don't need power user. We don't need stabilized. We'll do batteries included, science, and nerd rage. Whoops. And for the 3 points, we'll do a 2-star field surgeon and 1-star first aid for our healing. Stim packs and right away restore health 60% faster. And first aid, stim packs restore more HP based on your intelligence. So we have really high intelligence right now thanks to... Oh, I had traveling agent on this whole time. I don't think on the bloody build. I don't think on the bloody build. Just this build. This one I just swapped to. Life Giver, Ironclad, True Hiker, Thirst Quencher, Starch Jeans, and we would need, I'm gonna say, Adamantium Skeleton for sure. Downranger, Number Cruncher, Tormentor, Tank Killer, Concentrated Fire, Awareness. You think I can drop Awareness, Orange? Or do I really need it?
I'd keep it on.
Keep it, yeah. More is better than not enough. Okay, since I'm using the pepper shaker, let's re-optimize this a little bit because I'm remembering some stuff here about scattershot. We want scattershot on the build, so we'll drop. Or wait, no, it's shotgun.
You don't need scattershot.
Yeah, sorry.
Shotgun champ's the one you want.
Should I drop easy target to 2-star?
Yep.
Okay, I'll do that. That
really, This is what I do. Just like this is what I did to the snake, and I was getting really good times. I would even get rid of easy target and throw on tightly wound.
Really?
You'll see why.
Okay, it's a 2-star card, tightly wound. So we have...
Mm-hmm.
The Elder's Mark was nerfed a little bit, Elitist Nukem. The 2-shot Elder's Mark was definitely nerfed. The Cursed Effect is a little bit nerfed by looks of it. Like, my times on my quad VATS enhanced Elder's Mark went up slightly. It went up to like a minute 20 or a minute 30, where it used to be like between a minute and a minute 15, depending on how sloppy I was. And I had to change one thing about the weapon. I put Rapid on instead of VATS Enhanced, and that dropped the times down to 1 minute 5 again. So we're back down to the same point we were before the nerf. So we weren't really nerfed. This build's not really nerfed. It needed to change a little bit, but just one mod isn't so bad. Or nerf proof. Scatter shot. 20% of the damage dealt to limb is applied to all limbs on your target. I would like to squeeze this in, but I only have 1 point. Should I bother with this?
No. The only thing that I like having on the build, I don't know if you have... You got all the Bulletstorm perks, right?
Traveling Pharmacy, Bullet Storm, Lock and Load. No, I guess I don't. I don't have Bringing the Big Guns. Oh no. How am I going to squeeze that in there? Do I need science? Is it impactful? Do you think?
I like science on the build.
Yeah, it works good with the pepper shaker. Okay. How about I just drop tightly wound?
Yeah, if you have to make space.
I basically have to because I don't have a choice.
Because you have traveling pharmacy.
Yeah, I'm Sentinel with the unyielding.
But you're gonna have to fit a demo expert somehow.
Somehow, he says. Okay. How are we gonna do this? I'm gonna drop... I hate dropping all my healing orange. I'm bloodied. We can try it, but I really think I need that. I think I need that. I hate dropping damage for health, so we're gonna keep science on, and we're just gonna we're gonna drop all the extra healing cards. Slap on demo expert. There we go. No healing, no problem. It wouldn't be like a big deal if I wasn't bloodied, but being that I'm giving up like most of my HP here. What are the Elder's Mark mods now? This is what I'm running with now. Quad, Rapid, VATS Enhanced, Conductors. But if you're going to do the Rapid mod, you need to make sure you have the Profopter from the season board. It really helps bring the VATS accuracy where it needs to be to land enough shots to stay in VATS meaningfully. So that is this here on the scoreboard, on the old chore board. Right here. You need to unlock this thing. Luckily it's not a Fallout First item, but this is a 2-hour buff, so it's not hard to remember doing this. It's not like it's a 30-minute buff that expires. If you can visit your base once in 2 hours, you can sit in this chair and get the buff you need to squeeze out all the extra VATS accuracy you need to land shots with the Rapid mod on the Elder's Mark. I did also find it was more comfortable using at least 1 coffee per fight, just at the start of the fight. I didn't have overdrive when I set that minute 5 run, so that's really good because overdrive is very impactful, I find, with the Elder's Mark. We're going to drop regular stims, make sure we only have stim pack supers. It's going to be a lot more crucial this time. We're going to grab overdrive. And I'm going to grab some blight down here, down the road real quick.
And when you're doing the explosive shaker, don't even worry about crippling. Just shoot the eye.
Just shoot the eye. Got you. We're just going all in. I like that better, to be honest. It's less that I have to explain in a video.
Yep, because you could cripple it, but the times are already so quick, it doesn't really matter.
Cranberry relish for XP, company tea for passive AP regen when I'm not using VATS. Helps regen AP quicker. You can also just sit down on your little guitar or piano and it'll give you a similar AP regen buff. Are you going to post an updated build for the Elder's Mark? So far, all of them are up to date and working. Elitist Nukem, and like I showed that the quad VATS enhance still gets a 1 minute 20. It's not far off from the times I posted in the video. But yes, they will be updated, but this one has to be updated next. The bloodied build is going to be the next one updated for sure because it was struggling in the survivability department not long after I posted it, so I had to go ahead and rework this build right away. But yep, all the ones basically, you just need to change to rapid, really. I'd argue you don't have to. If you don't want to use coffee, then don't change to rapid. Because the VATS hit chance, that's what's nice about it. It don't need coffee. It's landing enough shots to return that AP on crit and keep you fed. I need to make sure to get on the right team here.
And then, just so you know, obviously just stack up Boltstorm before you go there. And basically you'd sit at like 20 stacks at like around 160 in the mag. If you already had it at like 10 stacks after a reload or something.
Right. Well, I mean, I'll do that once I have ammo. Apparently, I don't have ammo for my pepper shaker. So let's grab ammo and let's go in there.
And then what I do is, you know when the snake like spearheads you right at the beginning?
Yeah.
As the snake's about to spearhead you, just reload.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because you're not going to be able to do any damage anyways. I find just doing that against the snake actually makes for faster times.
Hi, Ruby to Cherry. They said, hi, Glass. Hi, Cowboy.
Oh, hey, Ruby. Oh, you just stay glued onto the eye.
Oh, I'm over encumbered. What happened? Oh, it's the plasma cards. I swapped out batteries included for some healing perks. It is important not being bloodied. Oh my god, I forgot how heavy these are. 57 pounds of plasma cards.
Yeah, so the thing that I adjusted was, since you got demo, like going explosive means you have access to demo experts, so we just have like a 60% additive bonus that we just get all the time, which then made me go like, do I really need easy target, you know, for a 75% bonus?
Okay, well, I'll trust you.
But
I mean, you're the pepper shaker expert.
And then what I'm doing with the build is I made it to where it has 9 charisma. And so if you had a team, like one other person who's running this build identically, with 9 charisma, one person could do like share, we'll say, bringing the big guns. Then that person can slot on easy target and share easy target for everybody. So then you would be missing nothing. And you get to keep tightly wound. which is just a nice quality of life thing to have on spool weapons. So
Yeah, it is.
I was messing with that between my alt and my main, doing that with identical builds, and I was like, yeah, this is really, really nice. Solo, it was getting easy times of like 40 seconds. Of course, this is, you know, as a ghoul. And then if you have someone sharing easy target, the times just get better.
So let's look at that stack. Look how fast it stacks Bulletstorm. Nothing stacks Bulletstorm like a quad pepper shaker. This is insane. We've already hit 20 stacks and we still have a half of a mag, 100 rounds to go through, and we've already hit full stack. That's what's up.
I would reload at 100 and just take it down to 160. Because I think you'll shoot roughly like 120 shots before the snake spearheads.
Okay, so I'm at 10 stacks now.
Then yeah, you'll take it down to like 160. You'll be back at 20.
All right, you're right. Exactly right. 160 and 20 stacks. My guy.
And then you'll do that. And then you can fight the snake, do whatever buffs you want to do.
I'm gonna do at least... We should do big guns. Because I've been using the bobblehead.
But I would take it, you know, same as the others. I would, for comfort, especially if you're on public, just take one canned coffee.
One? Okay. That's on brand. Let's make sure we still have light soup. I think we do. Yeah, we do. One coffee.
And, yep, and just stay glued onto the eye. Nowhere else. Not sure how the bloodied version will work because I know survivability is a thing.
Oh my god. Oh no! I got yeeted, Orange. That's the thing, is I have to keep shooting through that headbutt, but also maybe I moved. Maybe I wasn't standing still enough. Let me try again here. Also, the game is telling me I have an addiction and that I'm overweight, but I'm not.
Yeah, and then you can just easily stack it back up to 20.
Oh shoot, Orange. My survivability tanked. We did have to mess with my survivability cards though. What can I do?
The thing that's killing you is not even the snake, it's the geyser. You're standing right in it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, I'll just try again.
That's what has gotten you a couple of times, is that you're standing right in the geyser. Because when he headbutts, those geysers all explode.
You're feral? I'm not feral, I'm a human. Oh, you're right, I have a feral indicator. That's strange. But it's definitely just a visual bug. That was happening on PTS Gang, so this is something that is just a visual bug. It's not actually impacting the game.
If you already didn't have enough icons there, here's some more.
We survived. But yeah, it doesn't have enough AP or HP regen during the geyser, you're right. During the poison pool and poison blast. That's the nice thing about the Elder's Mark, is it fires so fast that I can be down here in Unyielding and just gain that passive HP regen to my health with the conductors on crit with the Elder's Mark. That is just not enough. Let's try and... I have another idea. I'm going to swap out... I hate doing this, but I'm going to swap out Demolition Expert for a 2-star Demo Expert to regain some healing perks. I just need 1 point, so... You know what? No, we're not. We're not doing that. We're going to drop Pack and Light instead. So we're going to put Demo Expert back on. Take 1 point out of Agility. Put it into Intelligence. I kind of feel like going for the cripple, but you're saying it's not worth it, and the thing is it gives me a lot of time to do damage uninterrupted when the snake is laying on its tummy.
Yeah, the reason it doesn't matter is because when you drop it on the ground like that, like, it probably takes that shaker probably, because it's not, it doesn't have crippling on it. I think it takes like 13 or 15 seconds.
I only have a 95% VATS accuracy, okay. Nope. That Poison Blast is what does me every time. Maybe I should try stimming at the Poison Blast. That's what I think I'll do. I need to passively stim myself. I can't just rely on the auto stimming. Is 2-shot still good for Gals or back to Furious? Back to Furious. Gals is... the 2-shot on Gals got nerfed. 2-shot on everything got nerfed. Tested it on stream tonight, so that's a short answer for you. 2-shot is dead, unfortunately. Alright, let's make sure we still have Overdrive active and go for it after I build some Bulletstorm stacks again. Bingo. Bingo Django. But this Bloodied build is definitely more tuned for the Elder's Mark because it has high fire rate that can allow for a very high HP return on crit, which is really nice. No way. Just not surviving it, Orange.
I didn't have I didn't make my build intended for Bloodied.
No, I know. We're just testing. I kind of feel like going for the cripple though. I feel like it would buy me a lot of time. It might not be like beneficial for you because you're power armor, you're a ghoul, you're nice and tanky, but for me it might buy me all the time that I need to make a difference. Got the cripple. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, shoot. Yeah. What's going on? It's like my stim packs aren't even active. They're not activating. I hadn't been attacked once yet. I got attacked, my health dropped below 20%, but a stim pack was not used. I need those armor limb mods for my armor. That's a problem. I don't have Bertress, I don't have strength and armor limbs or anything like that. That would make a difference on this build for sure.
You can also just like, for the sake of this, just take some rads off.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't think of that.
Just have more health. Unless you're banking off of the unyielding for the luck or anything like that.
No, I'm not really.
Yep, probably take it to like half HP or something.
I'll try 30. 30 HP. And we're just gonna target the eye and go for it. No, it's not. It's just not. It's not like the Elder's Mark. The Elder's Mark has the fire rate to keep me alive through stuff like that. Because then after I get hit butted, I get the pool of whatever opening up next to me and it splashes on me and I die. We can try going full health.
That's what I was kind of just recommending. You can keep your whole bloody build, and I'm pretty sure if you just go full health, it probably makes the whole... I think even half HP probably fixes the issue.
Okay, half HP. We'll try that.
Because probably if you had your damage resistance higher with all the modifications to the armor, it'd probably do a lot better.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Because I only have 600 DR. Still better than the 400 from Civil Engineer, but still not the 900 that it can reach.
How are people still doing it really fast with the Gauss Mini? A lot of coffee.
I didn't even use a single coffee this time. That definitely feels a lot better. Whoa, it almost killed me though. Dang, the Elder's Mark is really supporting this build. I was not struggling. Not this bad. I die sometimes, but most of the time I don't. But yeah, it is really just affected by the fire rate more than anything. No, wait. I died again. But I'm breaking limbs left and right. That's really not helping. We were out of bullets too. That didn't help. I need to finish my main story on this character. But as far as the Elder's Mark version of this build goes, the Elder's Mark Bloodied build is definitely good to go. From what we saw tonight. And all weekend, I used it all weekend on stream, Bloodied Unyielding, to hit 300,000 XP on double XP weekend. It's a lot of fun. Very powerful build.
I think I already have my...
I think I'm just gonna go all the way to full health because we're not really getting all that much from this here. Anyways. From being half bloodied. And I'm sure people would love to use this as a full health build down here. Non-PA pepper shaker build? Sounds like a blast. Let's do it. Whoa! Oh, that's what happened. I was like, what's going on? I was falling down. It's because the freaking tail hit right behind me. Right in front of the freaking snake. I forgot to take coffee that run. I hate the spool up on this thing though. After playing with the LMG all day, I actually hate it.
That's why I put tightly wound on the build.
Yeah, because this is annoying. He keeps breaking my limbs every time he does this spit animation, and then I can't focus fire on his eyes until I stim. So I need those strengthened armor limb mods. Oh my god. Look at that, broke my limb again. He's just bullying me right now. I was definitely having a better time with the Elder's Mark. Yeah, that we worked hard for that almost 2-minute time. That's crazy. This ain't gonna go. Oh, I was hoping to not complete it. I wanted to try again. Whatever. Well, hey, it was fun messing around with it. I don't think I'm gonna make a build guide on this quite yet. It isn't good enough. I'll need to make sure that I get strengthened armor limbs and buttressed mods first, and then try again with the pepper shaker. It just doesn't have the fire rate to sustain conductor's HP regen enough to be just down here and unyielding. So, plus being at full health, I could just step this up to mutant's armor. It'd be a lot better too. So, well, I'll optimize it more this week. We'll get some pepper shaker builds out. Should be lots of fun. And some Elder's Mark builds. Also a Gap Plas build. That's on the whiteboard. That's a goal for this week, is to get a Gap Plas build updated. But that's gonna be it for tonight, Glass Gang. I want to thank everyone who joined the stream and joined the team. That's Mini Glass, really, and Korean Rice Box. GG. Also, shout out to Big Play Ray Ray and KingShots89 for the gifted memberships. Thank you so much. I'm MsGLASS. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. GG. Say bye.
GG, gang.
I always have to tell you to say bye. I'm like...
Oh.
I left the Glass Gang link in the description. If you want to find a community to play with, I also left our Discord link, and there's no obligation to join the Glass Gang to join our Discord. I also want to give a massive thank you and shout out to the Glass Gang who support the channel. And thank you so much for watching.